Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to discuss few important Viva questions that are related to upper limb. So here they are. Let's discuss it one by one. Name the bones forming the shoulder joint, that is humerus, head, scapula, glenoid cavity or glenoid fossa, clavicle, or the ligaments attached on the clavicle. Which muscle initiates the abduction of the arm? The abduction of the arm is performed by the supraspinatus muscle, and 15-degree abduction is performed by supraspinatus, then by deltoid, and then more than 90-degree by trapezius, and another muscle in which it is present in my other video, that how many degrees abduction of the arm is performed by which muscle. What type of joint is the elbow joint? It is the hinge type of synovial variety. Name the bones forming the wrist joint: radius, scaphoid, lunate, and triquetrum. Which carpal bone is most commonly fractured? Scaphoid bone. In which avascular necrosis occurs? What is the clinical importance of the surgical neck of the humerus? Common fracture site है. And axillary nerve and posterior circumflex artery and humeral artery can be damaged at that point. There is another important question that can be asked to you in the exam is, at the mid shaft of the humerus profunda brachii muscle is present. Name the movements of the radio-ulnar joints, supination and pronation. Which bone of the upper limb has no bony attachment to the trunk? It is the clavicle. What is the chief extensor of the elbow joint? Tricep brachii. Which muscle is supplied by the thoracodorsal nerve? Latissimus dorsi. Name the rotator cuff muscles: supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and subscapularis. Its mnemonic is sits. Which muscle is called the boxer's muscle? Serratus anterior. It is like serratus anterior. And pectoralis major muscle is like a jacket muscle, that you are wearing a jacket. What is the action of the bicep brachii? Supination and flexion. Which muscle forms the floor of the cubital fossa? Brachialis muscle medially and supinator laterally. Cubital fossa is very important from the OSPI point of view. Which muscle is wasted in winging of scapula? Serratus anterior. Which nerve is injured in the wrist of? Radial nerve. What deformity occurs in ulnar nerve palsy? Claw hand. Which muscle is supplied by both median and ulnar nerve? Flexor digitorum profundus, medial half by the ulnar nerve and lateral half by the median nerve. This is a very common question that is asked in the exam, that which muscle, there is only one muscle which is supplied by both median and ulnar nerve. Median half by the ulnar and lateral half by the median nerve. Okay, lateral half by the median nerve and medial half by the ulnar nerve. Name the nerve closely related to the surgical neck of the humerus. Similar question, axillary nerve. What is the cutaneous supply of the axillary nerve? Skin over the lower part of the deltoid. Regimental badge area, also known as regimental badge area, so do not get confused with it. Which nerve passes through the carpal tunnel? Median nerve. What is the sensory distribution of the musculocutaneous nerve? Lateral forearm by the lateral cutaneous nerve of forearm. Name the main artery of the upper limb. Brachial artery. Which artery is commonly used for measuring blood pressure? Brachial artery. And where it can be measured? At the cubital fossa it can be measured. What is you should know the position of the measuring where the brachial artery is blood pressure is measured. What is the branch of the axillary artery accompanying the long thoracic nerve? Lateral thoracic artery. Name the superficial vein of the upper limb. Cephalic vein, basalic vein, median cubital vein. Which vein is commonly used for venipuncture? Median cubital vein. It is a very commonly asked question in the OSPI as well, especially for the DBT and nursing point of view. What is Erb's palsy and which nerve roots are involved? Injury to the upper trunk is known as Erb's palsy. C5, C6 involved. Vater tip position. What is Klumpke's palsy or paralysis and which movements are affected? Injury to the lower trunk of the brachial plexus, that is C8 to T1, and in which paralysis of the intrinsic hand muscles. and claw hand deformity takes place. Which condition is caused by the compression of the median nerve at the wrist, carpal tunnel syndrome? What is the pulled elbow in children? That is subluxation of the head of the radius. And which nerve is tested by OK sign test? Anterior introitious branch of the median nerve is checked by the OK sign test. What is the root value of the brachial plexus? Ventral rami of C5 to T1. It is very important. Name the parts of the brachial plexus: roots, trunks, division, cords and branches. You must know the terminal branches. The terminal branches named are, you must know all the terminal branches. Which trunk of the brachial plexus gave rise to suprascapular nerve? Upper trunk. Name the two branches arising directly from the roots: dorsal scapular nerve C5 and long thoracic nerve C5 to C7. Ups palsy injury to the upper trunk, C5 C6 waiter tip position. This is a repetition. Klumpke's paralysis due to CA to T1, claw hand deformity or Horner syndrome. Klumpke's palsy takes place injury when there is injury to the lower trunk. Which nerve forms the M in the brachial plexus? Musculocutaneous, median and ulnar nerve. This is also asked in the viva. What is the root value of the long thoracic nerve? C5, C6 and C7. Which nerve lies close to the surgical neck of the humerus? Axillary nerve. You can see this question is coming third time in the viva, so this must be very important. What is the clinical importance of the radial nerve? If there is injury of the radial nerve, it causes the wrist drop because the extensors are going to get disturbed or injured. What are the boundaries of the axilla? Very important. Apex pay. At the apex, cervico-axillary canal and at the base, skin and fascia are present. Anterior wall, pectoralis major and minor present. Posterior wall, subscapularis, lateral dorsi and teres major, and medial wall. At the medial wall, serratus anterior and at the lateral wall, humerus is present. What are the contents of the axilla? Axillary artery, vein, brachial plexus and lymph nodes and fat. What is the clinical importance of the axillary lymph nodes? It is involved in the breast carcinoma. What is the cervico-axillary canal? Opening of the apex of the axilla connecting the neck and the axilla. It can be asked vice versa. Which muscle forms the anterior axillary fold? Pectoralis major. Jacket-like muscle. Which muscle forms the pectoral posteriorly axillary fold? Latissimus dorsi and teres major. What is the axillary sheath? Facial covering enclosing axillary vessels and brachial plexus cord. From where to where does the axillary artery extend? From the outer border of the first rib to the lower border of the teres major, which becomes the brachial artery. You must know that axillary artery continuation is forming the brachial artery, which is going to get divided further into different further branches. How many parts does the axillary artery have? 3 parts, and it is divided by the pectoralis minor. This is commonly asked in the BCQ as well. Name the branches of the first part of the axillary artery, superior thoracic artery. Name the branches of the second part, thoracoacromial artery and lateral thoracic artery. And branches of the third part of the axillary artery is subscapular artery, anterior circumflex artery, posterior circumflex humeral artery. Which branch of the axillary artery is the largest? Subscapular artery is the largest. Which branch accompanies the axillary nerve around the surgical neck of the humerus? Posterior circumflex humeral artery. Now this is asked around the surgical neck of the humerus. Which artery or which branch of accompany with the axillary nerve? The question is different. Read the question first and then answer accordingly. Do not get confused. Okay. Which branch accompanies the long thoracic nerve? Lateral thoracic artery. What is the clinical importance of the axillary artery? It may be compressed against first rib in bleeding. Aneurysm may compress brachial plexus. Where is the radial groove located? On the posterior surface of the shaft of the humerus, obliquely downward and laterally. Which nerve passes through the radial groove? Radial nerve. Which artery accompanies the radial nerve? In the groove profundi brachii artery. That is very, very important. Name the two muscles attached above the radial groove. On the above the radial groove, lateral and medial heads of the triceps brachii are attached. This is a very common question that can be asked to you on the OSPE as well. in your OSPE or Viva point of view as well. What is the clinical importance of the fracture at the radial groove? It may injure the radial nerve that leads to the wrist drop. What is the surgical neck? Where is the surgical neck located? It is located just below the head and tubercles of the humerus. Why it is called a surgical neck? Because fractures commonly occur here. It is the side or most vulnerable point to the fracture. Which nerve is closely related to the surgical neck of the humerus? Axillary nerve. Again, 4 times repeated. Which artery accompanies the axillary nerve? Posterior circumflex humeral artery. What is the clinical significance of surgical neck of the fracture? Big injury causes loss of abduction beyond 15 degree. Deltoid paralysis, loss of sensation over regimental badge area, that is deltoid area. What is the cubital fossa? Triangular depression on the anterior aspect of the elbow. What forms the lateral boundary? Medial border of the brachioradialis. What forms the medial boundary? Lateral border of the pronator teres. That is very, very important. On the lateral border, there the brachioradialis medial border is going to form the lateral border, and on the medial boundaries formed by the lateral border of the pronator teres. Okay. Now, what forms the base superior boundary line joining the medial and lateral epicondyle of the humerus? What forms the floor of the cubital fossa? Brachialis medially and supinator laterally. What forms the roof of the cubital fossa? Deep fascia reinforced by the bicipital aponeurosis. What are the main contents of the cubital fossa from lateral to medial? It is a mnemonic is present. Tan. T means tendon of bicep. A means brachial artery, and N means nerve. Okay. Now, which vein lies superficial to the cubital fossa? Median cubital vein, which is used for the venipuncture. Which nerve lies lateral to the cubital fossa? Radial nerve lies lateral to the cubital fossa. What is the clinical importance of the cubital fossa? It is a common site for the venipuncture and blood pressure measurement. What is the flexor retinaculum? A strong fibrous band forming the roof of the carpal tunnel at the wrist. And where is the flexor retinaculum attached? Medially pisiform and hook of hamate, laterally scaphoid tubercle and trapezium tubercle. You must draw it on your hand to learn it. Okay. Name the structure passing deep to the flexor retinaculum through the carpal tunnel. Median nerve, flexor pollicis longus tendon, flexor digitorum superficialis tendon, flexor digitorum profundus tendon. Which nerve passes superficial to the flexor retinaculum? Ulnar nerve, ulnar artery, and palmar cutaneous branch of the median nerve, palmaris longus tendon. What is the clinical importance of flexor retinaculum? Thickening compresses the median nerve, that leads to the carpal tunnel syndrome. What surgical procedure is done to relieve carpal tunnel syndrome? Surgical division of the flexor retinaculum is done to relieve the carpal tunnel syndrome. Which carpal bone lies directly beneath the flexor retinaculum laterally? Trapezium. Which nerve is most affected by the compression under the flexor retinaculum? Median nerve. Which movements are affected in median nerve? Compression and under the flexion under the flexor retinaculum. And the answer is thumb opposition, flexion of the little fingers, and weakness of the thenar muscles.